Welcome back to Sports in Twins View. In this video, I'm going to share with you my predictions for Bafana starting lineup that I think Hugo Bruce is probably going to go with for Bafana's game against Mexico in the FIFA World Cup opening match. Stay tuned. Okay, so this is the formation. This is the lineup. This formation is based off the formation Hugo Bruce had used in the 2025 AFCON round of 16 game against Cameroon. Cameroon did beat us. They beat us 2-1. However, that formation, people were asking why did he make use of that formation in that game? Why were there so many defenders? But when you didn't watch the game, I understood why he did make use of that formation. That formation, it created so many chances for the strikers up front. The strikers didn't take those chances, however. That's why we lost. There were so many chances that we had that we just did not take. Many goals, many opportunities missed. You know what I mean? Cameroon, on the other hand, they took all the chances. That's why they won the game. That's why they won on the day. The first 20 minutes of that game, we had so many chances, and I think Cameroon, they just could not keep up with us. You know what I mean? I think they too were just shocked at the way we were playing. But the strikers up front, Omofukeng, Lyle Foster, Apollos, they just did not take their chances. They had chances. Omofukeng had chances, just didn't take them. Lyle Foster, chances, just did not take them. Cameroon, on the other hand, they had chances and they took them. That's why they beat us. Yeah, and they were the better team overall. Okay, well, first 20 minutes of the game, we were the better team, and then throughout it was the more 50-50 thing. But I am saying that Cameroon were the better team because they took their chances. In terms of ball playing, yeah, we were good, but we just didn't take our chances. That's why we didn't win the game. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is why I think he's going to go for this formation, because it did work. It was the right formation, right system. It just had the wrong players on the day, I think. I mean, you might ask who else could he have picked, but yeah, look, man, the system was good. It's just the players, the pawns of the specific system just did not pull up their socks. But yeah, a more 5-2-3 type of situation, or a 4-1-2-3, depending on how you look at it. Goalkeepers, Ron and Williams. Look, squad selection, pretty standard stuff. It shouldn't be a shock. My prediction shouldn't be a shock to many people. If you've seen how Bafana have been playing, if you've seen the squad selection Hugo Bruce has been, going for the last couple of years, this shouldn't shock you. Ron and Williams are number one. One might say Sipo Chain should be selected for this specific game because Sipo Chain, he won a treble. He was the best goalkeeper of the season, Betway Premiership. However, Ron Williams, he's our captain. He's been with the team for the longest of times. 2023 AFCON, when he won bronze, he was there. 2025 AFCON, when he got knocked out, he was there. World Cup qualifiers, or 2025 World Cup qualifiers, Ron Williams was there. Ron Williams has been with us, bro. I think compared to a Sipo Chain, Ron Williams has that dog in him. If I may put it that way. He has experience. Club World Cup, Ron Williams has that type of experience. Many, CAF Champions League games, Ron Williams, experience. He's our captain, number one. Now, defenders, our defenders, fullbacks, centre-backs, Bogazi and Ocon. Of late, Hugo Bruce has been saying that he wants this type of partnership. He is happy with this type of partnership. Bogazi plays in the MLS. He's used to that type of environment. They are playing in Mexico, so Bogazi he's probably used to the weather, altitude and things like that. Bogazi is a very good defender as well. He's come from Pirates, and in Pirates he was the captain at a very young age. Very good defender, very strong defender. He's a no-nonsense defender. Bogazi will be selected in this game. It's a no-brainer. Ocon, he has height, very good on the ball as well, very calm defender, plays in the second division in Germany, so he's developing there. And these guys are young. These guys really are young. I think Ocon is 21, Bogazi is in his 20s. He's 20, so yeah, and these guys have confidence. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they will be selected. Fullbacks, very standard. Sela Mudau on the right, Mutiba on the left. Mutiba is recovering from an injury. He is selected for the squad. He is in the squad. I think it's a minor injury, but yeah, I think Mutiba will be ready for this game. Mutiba is a very modern fullback. He can cut in. you know what I mean, to help the midfield. Very good offensively too. Defensively, he could do better, but he is quite aggressive. He is quite good defensively. Mudau, one of the best right backs this country's ever seen. Literally, Mudau is probably the best African. He's probably the best right back in Africa. You know what I mean? For Sundowns, he's always performing. You know, for the national team, creme de la creme. Mudau is very good at winning balls. Very good at tackling. His tackles are always good. You know what I mean? Offensively, he could do better in that department, but defensively, he is sound. He is up there. You know what I mean? So yeah, Mudiba on the left, Mudau on the right. Then we have Usitole, the defensive midfielder. Usitole, look, people might not like him, but he is a player that does the dirty work. You know what I mean? If the opposition is overwhelming against maybe our midfield, Usitole, he gets in there just to disrupt the opposition style. And Usitole, again, dirty work. Hugo Bruce makes use of him very well in the Bafana setup, and I think that's why he's going to be selected. And he's always been selected. You know, it isn't a new thing. This Sitole selection, that's why he's going to probably go for him. Then you have Mokoena and an Adams. Mokoena and Adams, they play very well for Mamelodi Sundowns. Very good partnership in the midfield for Mamelodi Sundowns. Jaden Adams, a very sound midfielder. His passes are one of the best up there. Very aggressive up front. Mokoena is the epitome of what a midfielder should be. He's the archetype of what a midfielder should be. He's probably one of the best midfielder South Africa's ever had. From Mamelodi Sundowns, he did score in the Champions League finals. You know, Mokoena, he is our main guy. He's one of our main guys. You have a Ronan Williams who's our main guy, one of our main guys, and you have a Mokoena as well. You know, those guys are always going to be selected. Mokoena will be selected for the FIFA World Cup opening game against Mexico. Believe you me. Front three, Mufokeng on the left. Mufokeng, this very energetic, very exciting player. He's very good at cutting in. I think he's going to help very well. He's going to help Lyle Foster, in the box. Mufokeng is very creative as well. His passes are one of the best. He's very good at getting out of, very tight situations. In those tight situations, he might make a very, very unorthodox good pass. Try to, do some skills, dribble the guys and get in the box. Apollos on the right-hand side, very good as well. Every time Apollos plays for Bafana, it's like it's a different player. He's a very good player for Orlando Pirates, don't get me wrong. But for Bafana, he's a very different player. He has an objective. Score, or if not score, try to make sure my other teammates score. You know what I mean? And Apollos, very, very good striker. Lyle Foster up front. People might say, people have been saying, why a Lyle Foster? Why not a Reyners? Hey man, Hugo Bruce has always opted for a Lyle Foster. Maybe Lyle Foster, he has European experience, playing in the Premier League for Burnley. They did get relegated, but, Hugo Bruce does like playing a Lyle Foster. I think for Lyle Foster, he's a very good striker. It's just that for this type of system, this type of Bafana system, it isn't really working out for him. Because this Bafana squad, we don't cross the ball a lot. You know what I mean? You know how other teams, they do tend to cross the ball so the striker can hit it in or do some tap-in type of thing. Lyle Foster isn't this type of Bafana squad. They don't do that. They're a very ball-playing team. Very ball-playing team. Mafokeng isn't going to cross the ball a lot. These guys are going to be cutting in. They're going to want to cut in and try to score themselves. So Lyle Foster he's only struggling to try to fit into that type of system. Because usually you'd want someone to cross the ball in and then hit the ball, tap the ball in, you cross, you shoot type of situation like a number 9. But with this type of Bafana team, a Lyle Foster would need to play with the team, like a false number 9 type of thing. That's what he was doing for in the 2025 AFCON. He did fairly well, even though he did get knocked out. He did score quite a number of goals. So I think that form he had in the AFCON, he should try to bring it into this, FIFA World Cup tournament. So this is a team that Hugo Bros is probably going to go for. It shouldn't be a shock. You know what I mean? In terms of offense, when we need to, let's start with the defense. Let's start with defense. More for five defenders. Usitole is going to drop when you need to defend. Umukwena is probably going to come in a bit. Adams as well. Then you have an Apollos who's going to drop back. This is how the boys are going to be going to set up in terms of defense. Because Hugo Broos, he wants, for this FIFA World Cup tournament, he wants to sort out the defense, he wants to sort out the attack, he wants to make sure defensively we are sound. Mexico, all the games are going to be extremely difficult. All the games. So he wants to make sure that defensively the boys are sound. Now, in terms of attack, offensively, he needs to make sure that Modiba and Mudau are helping the guys up front. That's why I think he's going to opt for this more 5-2-3 formation. Because imagine a Mufukeng up front, Apollos up front, Lyle Foster as the main man up front. Then you have a Mudau to just fill in the numbers, overwhelm the defenders, overwhelm the opposition. And you have a Mukwena just in behind who's going to get those balls and try to shoot outside the box. And Adams just right behind a Mukwena, Sutola being the last man. And obviously you have the centre back guys, it's having a 3 at the back. And Umbogazi, very good, he's very good at taking shots outside the box. So Umbogazi might also, try to fill in the blanks there as well. So this team, this squad selection, this formation, it does work. With the right players, it does work. So the real question is, do we have the right players for this formation? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So this is how the boys are going to set up. And then obvious defense, we then get back. Modiba is dropping back. The boys are setting up. Mbogazi, Ocon, Sitole, just up, just in front of the centre backs. Mukwena is there. Mufukeng drops a bit. Apollos drops a bit. Defensively, we are sound. This system is going to work. This is a system I think Hugo Broos is going to go for the FIFA World Cup opening game against Mexico. And don't forget, Bogazi, very good distributor of the ball. His passes and crosses are very good. So offensively, it's going to work. It's going to work for us with that regard. Ronan Williams very good at distributing as well. One of the best. I think that's also why he's going to be selected for this. Not only because he's a captain, he's our number one, but because his distribution is one of the best. It's up there. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is the squad Hugo Broos is going to go for. This is the Bafana formation he's going to opt for. Thank you for watching. What are your thoughts? Please comment down below. Do you think that he's going to go for a different formation? Tell me what type of formation you think he's going to go for. You might totally disagree with me with this formation. Honestly, I think this is the best option. I think he's going to go for this formation. He's going to go for this type of starting lineup. Please do subscribe. Please do like the video. Please do share the video. And yeah, check you on the next one.